Ugh, why is this question so difficult to solve?
Eureka groaned, slamming her calculus textbook shut. Tonight was just like any other ordinary school night for Eureka when it came to her hours of calculus homework. She would understand the concepts in class, but the minute she left the classroom, the rules and formulas would dissipate from her brain and leave her stranded at home. No amount of sticky notes or flashcards could help her.
There was something I have to be forgetting, but what is it?
Having sat at her desk for too long, Eureka stands up for a much-needed stretch. Eureka tries to Google what she has forgotten and catches a strange glow out of the corner of her eye. Upon further inspection, she realizes the glow is coming from her textbook. Eureka cautiously picks up the book, and upon touching it, the glow grows brighter.
What's the worst that can happen?
Eureka cracks open the textbook.
I mean, it's not like I'm gonna fall into it or anything!
Eureka's chuckle turns into a scream as she falls headfirst into her calculus book. Eureka lands on the ground with a thump. She rubs her head and her face pales as she looks at what surrounds her. It appears that she's in a forest, but when she looks up to the sky, she sees a small rectangle that looks like her bedroom ceiling.
What in the actual function happened to me?
Eureka wheezed, and just as she was about to stand up, a cat appeared in front of her.
Don't you worry, my fallen friend. My name is Pascal, and I'm here to guide you on your journey.
Eureka gapes at the cat, and once she regains her composure, she asks,
My journey to where?
Pascal chuckles, as if her question was so obviously answered.
Your journey through the land of calculus. Where else did you think?
Eureka looks around her, stunned by her predicament.
How do I get out of here?
You have to go on your journey and see where it takes you. Look, your first stop is to your right.
Pascal points his tail towards an old man sitting on a tree stump. As Eureka gets up and walks towards the man, she sees that he has designed a crossword puzzle on the ground with sticks. When she asks him what the crossword is for, the man only gazed up at her with friendly eyes. Eureka takes a step back towards Pascal, who tells her,
You must solve the crossword in order for the man to gain his voice.
Eureka takes a deep breath.
Well, how hard can it be?
After some time has passed and a majority of the puzzle was complete, Eureka was down to 2 spots left to finish. Pascal reads the third clue to Eureka.
A cool color.
Eureka takes a second to think and suddenly calls out,
Purple.
The man adds the letters to the correct spot.
Good job. One more left. Okay. Number 14 is a mathematical dessert.
Eureka immediately calls out,
Pie!
Once the puzzle was completed, the man's voice was restored.
You solved it. I can finally talk again.
Now that you can speak, who are you?
Eureka questioned as she waited patiently for the man's answer.
Why isn't it obvious? I'm Archimedes of Syracuse. I discovered pi and had quite a following during my time. I was a Greek mathematician, engineer, physicist, and an inventor. One of the smartest men of all of Italy.
And so very modest.
Pascal whispers sarcastically to Eureka. As Archimedes is about to go into a tangent about his life, Pascal cuts in.
It's been great talking with you, Archie. But isn't there something you're forgetting to tell our friend? Something related to the puzzle?
Pascal quirks his feline eyes at Archie, who catches on.
Oh, how forgetful me. To continue through your journey, you must follow the purple pi road. It'll take you where you need to go. I'm so sorry to keep you in suspense.
It's alright. I'm forgetful too. Thank you, Archie.
After saying goodbye to Archimedes of Syracuse, Eureka and Pascal make their way down the purple pie road and happen upon an apple orchard. The road had a detour path, one that would lead the pair through the orchard. Considering that Eureka never had a chance to eat dinner before falling through the textbook, she decided to take the detour and snag an apple while she continued on her journey. Pascal patiently waited as Eureka searched for the biggest apple to pluck from the tree, and right after picking a bright red one, the pair heard a heated argument occurring a couple trees away.
Do you hear that, Pascal?
Oh, not this again. Well, you might as well see what all the commotion is about.
Eureka and Pascal walk towards the apple tree, and they see 2 old men arguing vividly on a picnic blanket laid out with crackers and apple slices.
Gentlemen, I would like to introduce you to Eureka. This is her first time in the land of calculus.
Well, hello there, Eureka. My name is Sir Isaac Newton, and I'm the father of calculus.
Oh, don't listen to him, Eureka. I'm the true founding father of calculus. Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz, at your service.
Eureka can only smile and nod as the men start to argue again, but before they could do that, Pascal interjects.
Instead of challenging each other like you always do, why don't you both explain to Eureka what you have founded and let her be the judge?
Newton and Leibniz look at each other skeptically, but agree to Pascal's idea.
Okay, Newton, you're up.
Newton clears his throat and boastfully declares,
I found limits, continuity, derivatives, integrals, and the fundamental theorem of calculus.
Leibniz munches loudly on a cracker during Newton's declaration with a loathing look in his eye.
How interesting.
Your turn, Leibniz.
Isn't it convenient how you are able to use my work to further your own? I discovered limits, continuity, derivatives, and integrals before an apple ever fell on your head.
How dare you insult me? You're the one who stole my work.
Both mathematicians' respectful demeanors gave way to duel-ready stances. Pascal's bored expression stayed on his face as if this was a daily occurrence. Eureka looked at the men, horrified at what they might do. Quickly on her feet, Eureka jumps between Leibniz and Newton and exclaims,
Are there any differences between your discoveries?
Pascal jumps in, answering Eureka's question for them.
They have different notations on their work and discoveries, but their notations are both correct.
Eureka looks between the men, shocked by how strong their dislike for the other is.
I've made my decision on who the true founding father of calculus is. But first, I want you two to try something.
Newton and Leibniz look quizzically at Eureka as she picked up 2 crackers and 2 apple slices.
Take a bite of the cracker.
The men take a bite of the cracker.
Now, take a bite of the apple.
They take a bite of the apple.
Okay, now take a bite of the cracker and apple together. What do you think?
Newton and Leibniz's eyes light up with satisfaction.
How have I never tried this?
Oh, what an amazing combination.
Eureka stepped away with a grin on her face.
See? You both look at your contributions to calculus as separate, but when you combine them, you see and taste the full picture of how you contributed to calculus. Sure, you both discovered the same concepts, but that doesn't mean only one of you is important to that concept. No one person can discover such a complex subject as calculus. So I name both of you co-founding fathers of calculus.
With that, Pascal walks towards Eureka, telling her that they must be on their way.
It was so nice meeting you both. Enjoy your picnic.
Leibniz and Newton's new mindset towards each other thawed their juvenile dislike, and they resumed their picnic.
It's so cool that I met the men responsible for the questions I have to solve in class. I wish they didn't discover integrals, though. Have they always been like that?
Pascal nods fervently.
You are the only person to end a debate over who the father of calculus is. Others normally just let them argue with each other until they can slip away.
Wait, how many people have you guided?
Pascal, never having a chance to answer that question, hears a voice that seems to be beyond the mountains, cheering some kind of chant.
Mathematics of life, add the opportunities, subtract the errors, multiply the victories, divide the obstacles, integrate your calibrator, differentiate your weakness, inverse your destiny, simplify the struggles to solve your life.
The chant grew louder and louder as Eureka and Pascal reached the mountain, and upon a further inspection, they realized the cheering was coming from within the mountain. As they turned the corner, they see that a cheerleader was trapped in a graph-made mountain.
Oh, thank goodness someone has found me. I've been cheering inside this mountain for ages, and I've been waiting for somebody to free me.
How do we get you out?
You must cheer the chant written on the slab of stone to your left. Please hurry, I'm claustrophobic on this mountain.
Okay. Just give me a second to figure out what the cheer is.
The chant on the ancient stone had worn away with time, but Eureka could make out the words. Eureka cheered in the strongest voice she could muster.
E to the x, dx, dy, e to the y, dy. Secant, cosine, tangent, sine, 3.14159.
Once the cheer was complete, the cheerleader was free from the mountain and profusely thanked Eureka.
It was no problem. Try not to get yourself stuck in another mountain.
Don't worry, I won't. Thanks again, and go calculus!
Pascal and Eureka waved goodbye to the cheerleader as they continued down Purple Pie Road.
Are you ready for the final stop in the land of calculus?
I guess so.
Well then, follow me.
As they keep walking, Eureka thanks Pascal for being such a great guide.
I'm not done helping you yet.
The melody of a piano reaches their ears, and Pascal turns to Eureka.
It's time for you to figure out how to solve that last integral question.
Eureka had completely forgotten about that pesky question which she was trying to solve before falling into her book. They walked towards the woman playing the piano. She stops playing, startled by their sudden presence.
Oh my, you two scared me. What can I do for you?
Hey Ada, this is Eureka. She's on her journey through our beautiful land of calculus to learn how to solve the integral using U substitution.
Wait a minute. You knew all I needed to do for that question was to U sub? Why didn't you tell me at the beginning?
Because calculus is about the journey, not just the endpoint. Come on, Ada will teach you.
Pascal and Eureka sit in front of Ada as she goes through the ins and outs of U substitution.
Now, U substitution is the reversal of the chain rule for derivatives and is used when integrating a composite function. Your U is the variable for what you replace. Once you have your U, you must derive your U to find the du. You may have a fraction in front of your integral, depending on what your du is. Now, you can evaluate your new integral with respect to U. When you are done integrating, you can plug the function you called U back into U. Oh, and don't forget to include a plus C.
Ada had completed her lesson and the pair stood up.
Thank you so much for reminding me how to U sub. After the journey I've had here, I'll never forget this lesson.
It's my pleasure, Eureka. I'm glad you enjoyed your time here, but now it's time for you to apply U sub to your homework. Pascal, if you would do the honors.
Ada helps Eureka stand on top of the tree trunk.
In order to return home, you must close your eyes and say, "There is no place like home," 3 times. Think you can handle that?
After everything you made me do, this will be the easiest part, by far.
Eureka notices a sad look in Pascal's eyes, causing her to pick up her new furry friend and hug him.
You're the coolest cat I've ever met and the best tour guide in all the land of calculus.
After their hug, Eureka puts Pascal back on the ground, closes her eyes, and begins her journey home.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
When Eureka opens her eyes, she is no longer in an open forest with Ada and Pascal, but her gray-colored bedroom, her cat Hank sleeping soundly on her bed. She walks over to her desk and inspects the textbook. It no longer glowed and revealed no trace to the land of calculus. Eureka finishes her integral questions with U substitution and goes to bed. As she drifts off to sleep, Eureka couldn't stop thinking about her glowing textbook and her amazing journey through the land of calculus.